Hello guys, today talk about this trend that has been going on very recently in the movie industry, and that is the some other people have been complaining about this as well, is that basically companies like DreamWorks, Pixar, and Marvel specifically, two of them are owned by Disney. But yeah, basically I think it's DreamWorks, Blue Sky, actually Blue Sky as well, but is now also owned by Disney. And it's really mostly animated movies that do this, but now even the MCU does this. So basically what we talking about, changing the posters to basically look like this. So you look at, for example, The Hulk is one of the best selling movies on Blu-ray right now. Basically the movies have this the Marvel movies come with this silver metallic back, or a cover back, and they put the main character on the cover and have a splash text saying the character in it. And it's not just Marvel that does this as well. If you look at the old Hulk movie, it looks like this. It still looks like the poster. Spider-Man: Homecoming. It's really old movies. I think up until Age of Ultron. So yeah, up until like Age of Ultron, I think. Until they started using the Disney cover. But yeah, Age of Ultron does this as well. I actually even think the Civil War and Doctor Strange do this. Even those movies, Guardians of the Galaxy. So if you want to buy Guardians of the Galaxy, you have to buy this new version, not the old version. And yeah, won't be surprised if they replace Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 for Ragnarok movies' upcoming worlds. The ones that were made by Disney at the very least, not Spider-Man's Homecoming and Far From Home. You know, and yeah, it's not just Disney that does this, it's also DreamWorks. So if you just look up How to Train Dragon, the movie, you know, it's this people have been complaining for a while, is basically these close up face art characters, okay? So this is the poster for the movie, for How to Train Dragon. You see the movie posters, but now basically this is the movie poster and the Blu-ray looks like this, okay? It's same thing with the MCU movies. It's basically the main characters planted on a background, and people are like, why are you complaining about this? Why does this matter? Okay, because I just think it's just very lazy to make. That's the real reason movie doesn't make it look like this. Okay, How to Train Dragon when it came out on Blu-ray, it looked like this I think it looked like this poster. Okay, but I wouldn't be surprised in 3 years they replace it with this. Okay, they replaced it with this basically. Okay. And yeah, it's the same thing with How to Train Dragon 1 and 2, as only Blu-ray and digital. And it's basically these lazy versions that they're coming out with thus they say, it's the same thing with, mostly other DreamWorks movies up to like 2016 or something like that, you know. And yeah, basically they're doing the same thing, yep. Yep, and the original versions of How to Train Dragon are very hard to get because they want to keep the price up on this movie, on the movies as well, basically. Because you look at How to Train Dragon Hidden World, it looks like the poster that was of the movie, okay. But How to Train Dragon, Hidden World, Kung Fu Panda 3, it's the same thing. It's the same lazy. It's main characters on box art, okay, so lazy. Kung Fu Panda, 1 and 2 and 3 have the same thing too, doing of this, okay? And yeah, this shows the laziness of companies. Why would you want to go out of the way to re-release a movie? I know why they do this. Because they expect you to buy the DVD as well. And yeah, it's just very lazy coming out of them. And also even Pixar is starting to do it. So if you look up Blu-ray, Pixar, you know, the new Pixar Blu-rays, basically, they came out with new Blu-rays for the Pixar movies, and they come with the Disney cover, and yeah, basically they come with the Disney cover, and basically, yeah, they're at the stores, basically, and basically they're releasing it's the 4K releases, and basically, and the same thing with the Disney releases, it's the same thing here. It's the boring, average Pixar covers, they actually have something in the background, but it's the same, splash art backgrounds with main characters on the cover, okay? And this is the original DVDs for most of the movies. Look at this. These are much better posters than most of the boring, ones, and really they got more lazy with Good Dinosaur and Inside Out and Up, and Brave, but you can see that it's way better than these, okay? Way better than these, okay? And yeah, these are also the ones they usually buy the movie digitally, so you won't be able to see the original artwork they put with the movie. And yeah, we're not talking about the steelbooks at all because the steelbooks are different. But yeah, it just shows the laziness and also Ice Age. If you look at the Ice Age DVDs, what they sell at the store, you know, if you look at the Ice Age DVDs, the new ones they basically just have the main characters splash out. There was one with the Ice Age, I think it's Continental Drift, or I think it's one of the newer ones where it's just a picture of Sid or something like that. It's a picture of the main character with a blue background. It's just very, very, very lazy. A movie company to do something. Yeah, this is one of them that you'll see at the store, and that's the one they sell now basically instead of the original version that they used to sell. But yeah, it just shows the absolute laziness of movie companies nowadays. It's not just Disney, which I criticize Disney for doing. They did this. They're doing this with Star Wars. They did this with Star Wars now. So basically, the only way to get Star Wars on Blu-ray is by buying the Disney versions. Okay, buying the new versions, of Star Wars too. Star Wars is doing the same thing too, but at least the Star Wars ones are cool. So, and at least have their own theming to them. But again, they're releasing Star Wars movies for no reason. Okay, there's no reason to buy these versions of Star Wars. Okay, there's no reason unless you like the strip cover. There's no reason to buy these new versions. But now, if you haven't seen Star Wars, you have to buy these new Disney versions because that's how it has to be now. Okay, so yeah. So this shows the laziness. So buying these are the original versions of Star Wars here on DVD. They probably and the Blu-ray. This is the original version, and there's a new version that's just this. Okay, so yeah, I look up Star Wars Blu-ray. These are the new versions that show up. Okay, the new versions that show up, and yeah, they're not that great. Of course, Star Wars and home media has never been the greatest thing in the world. But yeah, this shows the laziness of Disney. Disney, especially Star Wars movies. I think people would want to have on both Blu-ray and DVD. They want you to buy them both separately because that's how lazy Disney is. Basically, when it comes to Blu-rays. And yeah, it's not just Disney. It was DreamWorks before Fox. Not DreamWorks. Blue Sky before Fox bought them out. DreamWorks as well. Marvel. Star Wars and everything. Yeah, this shows that laziness of Blu-rays. Why? What's the point of releasing, Kung Fu Panda 3 with this boring artwork? And yeah, some people might actually like the artwork, but I think the most of the time, 9 times out of 10, the original artwork that they put for the movies are way better than the actual artwork they put in later on. So that's basically it. Goodbye.